Good morning, students. As we have started that acid basis salts our chapter, in that I have just explained you about acid bases that in the previous lectures. Today we are going to study about neutralization and salt formation. What does the neutralization process help us, or in what way they are useful in our daily or everyday life? What are salts? Properties of salts and uses of salt. This will be the main topics of our today's lecture, and with this lecture we are going to complete our this chapter. On this basis we are going to some other more works on tomorrow's lecture. So first comes, what is neutralization reaction? What does the neutralization reaction means? The reaction in which an acid reacts with a base to form salt and water is called neutralization reaction. Some heat is always produced, maybe we can say, in a neutralization reaction. So what happens? Just an acid and a base, as we have read about acid also and a base. Acid, which with miss we can say the element or compound which starts with H, that is HCl, is an acid, and a base which ends with OH ions, we can say that NaOH, KOH. These are the compounds when means acid and bases react. When they both of them react and they form a salt and water, we call neutralization. It is a simple process, just you have to remind, as we have completed acids, as we have completed base, so now the salt comes. So in what way salt will be evolved or produced with a simple reaction? So this is a way how we can just produce salt. This evolved heat raises the temperature, due to which the reaction mixture becomes hot. A neutralization reaction can be represented as this. So I have just explained you acid bases. When we add acid, or when acid or base reacts together, the formation is salt and water. So what we have got here, when we react acid with base, we just get salt and water. The following reaction, in as an example of neutralization, we can see, I have just to say that acid is HCl plus base NaOH. So what we are getting from this? NaCl plus H2O. You can understand from this reaction only. See what is left here. What happens with this? See, NaCl, we are getting, if we see just these NaCl together becomes a salt. NaCl and H2, means H2, that means 1H over here 1H, that here comes H2 and a single O, just a 1 O here comes. So together it makes H2O, that is water. You know, this is a formula of water, and NaCl is a common salt that we are taking. Hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide equals to common salt and water. This is the formula, or we can say chemical formula of HCl, NOH, NaCl plus water. These are the chemical formula names of water. Now the next comes, hydrochloric acid is a strong acid and will burn the skin. You know very well. Sodium hydroxide is also a strong base that is harsh on skin. But sodium chloride, formed as a product of the neutralization reaction between them, is usually safe to eat. We know hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide both are strong acid and base, and when they reacts with on our hand, it causes burn or anything happens. But with together, when they form something, that is salt NaCl, and it is good for having eat. The neutralization reaction between dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sodium hydroxide to form salt plus water and energy is released in the form of heat. So what happens when this reaction takes place? When this reaction takes place between this acid and base, then salt and water is formed and some energy is also released in the form of heat. So this is a neutralization reaction, how it takes place. Now we are going to read more examples about neutralization reaction. First, NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, plus H2SO4, we get Na2, that means Na2SO4 plus 2 molecules of H2O, water of 2 molecules. Clear? Then next comes 2NaOH, sodium hydroxide, means this is a molecules we are taking, 2 molecules when reacts with 1 molecules of HNO3, that is nitric acid, then we get Na2NO3, that is sodium nitrate, and water is all. One salt and water will be evolved. So you have to just remember the formula that while nitralization reaction takes place, that means one acid will be there, one base will be there, and then you can form a salt and water. Third reaction is KOH, potassium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid. See, hydroxide acid, it's an easier. If it's a base, the end will ends with hydroxide, and if it's acid, there will be some acids and H ions will be there. Starting will be H. Starting will be with H. So when they react, it forms potassium sulfate, K2SO4 and 2H2O, that is water. Now from this reaction, means after read out from here till here, you have got now then what is a neutralization reaction, how does it takes place. It is now clear to you, but it's very important to remember us all about this. These are the chemical formulas of important hydroxides and acids, so you have to just remember all this also. Now the next comes neutralization in everyday life. What happens if you are taking neutralization, we cannot taking, means if that process takes in our day-to-day everyday life, then what happens, what will be their reactions, we are going to learn about this. The process of neutralization of acid and base is very useful in our daily life. Some common applications of neutralization in everyday life are as follows. So what is the, we can say, process? First one is indigestion. You have already learned about indigestion. What does that indigestion means? It takes just we can say steps of nutrition in human beings or plant, isn't it? Human beings. So this is learn about. We are going to just read out what happens also when in this neutralization takes place. When we eat very spicy food, the stomach produces a large amount of hydrochloric acid that leads to the acidity in stomach. This condition is called indigestion. So acidity, what the word with the word acidity, you know what does it means? Acidity is a, we can say, when we are taking a spicy or heavy and oily foods, so we feel that we have taken over it was just the food which we have taken, that means it is over, and in that it produces an hydrochloric acid inside our stomach, and that condition is called acidity, and is that condition we face to release something. So our stomach contains hydrochloric acid and it helps in digestion. However, excess hydrochloric acid causes indigestion and discomfort. Then an antacid tablet helps to relieve the symptoms. Antacid, this is a tablet just prepared with the reactions of acid, so that we are relieved from our that gastric problems which we are causing. So the antacid tablets helps to relieve the symptoms. The antacid tablet usually contains magnesium hydroxide, also called milk of magnesia. It neutralizes the excess hydrochloric acid in the stomach and relieves the discomfort. Means as we are taking this tablet, antacid tablet, or just we can say magnesium hydroxide, which also contains milk of magnesia, then we are relieved with our indigestion problems, or maybe hydrochloric acid has been released. After indigestion, now the next topic comes is soil. You are very much familiar with the word soil. It is an important part for the growth of plants. But what happens with this also? Sometimes it contains that type of we can say products or acidics or bases that also are harmful for the growth of the plant. Plants grow well in neutral soil. Plants do not grow well when the soil is either too acidic or too basic. When excess chemical fertilizers are added in farming, the soil becomes acidic, and this is not good for plants. To neutralize the acid, farmers add bases like quicklime, that is calcium oxide CaO, or slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide CaOH2. So to neutralize the effect of acid with the from the soil, they used to farmers add this type of bases to it, so that it neutralizes this. And for just we can say basic soil is also not good for many types of plants. So neutralize the effect of base from the soil, farmers added some organic matter to the soil, and this releases certain acids which neutralize the soil. So these are the both the situation, if excess is there of anyone, it causes damage to the plant. So farmers added to some certain bases also, in if excess of acid is there, or some organic substances if basis is there. So just with this they used to neutralize the effect of acid and bases from the soil. The next comes is ant sting. When an ant bites us, we have pain with the itching feeling. The area becomes red and inflamed. This is due to formic acid present in the ant's sting. The effect of the acid is neutralized by immediately rubbing with the base like moist baking soda. So baking soda, just if we are adding little bit water with that, or we just liquid type oil with that, and just put on our area where any ant or insect bites us, we can be relieved with that itching, very well. Okay, the next comes is the factory influence. What happens? The waste products discharged by many factories contain acids. When these untreated factory waste are directly discharged into the water bodies, the acid present in the factory waste kill the fishes and other aquatic organisms that live in water bodies. So from this what we are getting, the waste which are just we can say discharged from the factories are directly sent or entered in the water, then the aquatic animals or the fishes present in the water bodies, they die up, they starts to kill up. So what happens? So factory waste should be treated with base substances to neutralize the effect of acids present in waste water before discharging them into the water bodies. So it is a good idea if we are just treat that acid wastage from the factories with the base, so that it will be neutralization, there will be formation of just simple water and salt, while discharging them into the water bodies. So it will be good for aquatic animals also, they are getting something new. But if we are just releasing that acid type of water, so it causes damage, or these are harmful if they are inhaled by water bodies, water or aquatic animals, that is fish or other any aquatic animal, those who are living in water. The word aquatic, those who are living in water are called aquatic animals. Now the last topic of our today's is about salt. As we have completed about acid, bases, now we are going to deal with the salts. What are the salt? Salts, that does not always means the common salt. It is not only that salt we are eating in our food mainly. It is a general term used for a compound formed by neutralization of acid and base. Like that, copper sulfate salt and ferrous sulfate are examples of salt. These are the examples of salt, and it is not only a common salt, but it is an we can say general term comes out when an acid or bases both are utilized together to form salt and water. NaOH plus HCl equals to NaCl plus H2O. We have already read about this. This is a chemical formula, or we can show that how salt is formed when base or acid is reacted. Acidic salts are formed when a strong acid reacts with a weak base, and basic salts are formed when a strong base reacts with a weak acid. So when a strong acid reacts with a strong base, neutral salts are formed. What happened when we create a reaction in that one must be strong and other must be a weak, then a formation comes out. Like that, if we are taking strong acid, then we are just taking weak base, or if we are taking strong base, then we are taking a weak acid. When they are reacted together, just then we are getting something. But when both are strong and they are reacting together, the neutralization process takes place. Simple. Now what are the properties, what are the qualities that we can see for a salt? Some common properties of salt are: salt exists in solid state. We can say that in solid form always salt is. They have high melting point and boiling point too. Most of the salts are soluble in water, and salt solutions are good conductors of electricity. These are the highlights of salt that we can say these are also useful in our daily lives. Now what are the uses of salts? Salts are of great importance to us. Our body requires certain salts. Even most of the medicines are made up of salts. We know plants too need various salts for proper growth. Various fertilizers provide these salts to the plants. The uses of various salts are as follows. These are the different types of, now we are going to read about different types of salts with a different type of, we can say, uses. So these are useful. The uses of salts in the form of our daily basis, these are very important. Now what happens if different types of salts we are using, like that sodium chloride, it is common salt we are saying, NaCl. What does it is used for? It is essential for life process, and it is also used in preparing and preserving food. We know that while we preserving means we have to keep that food for a long period, then we are just preparing it with a large amount of salt, so it can be prepared. Like that we can say achar, pickles, that when a mother used to prepare for us, she used to put a lots of salt in that, so that can be preserved near about 1 year, isn't it? Next comes sodium bicarbonate. It is used in the manufacture of glass. It is used in baking powder. Then ammonium chloride. It is used in dry cells and soldering. Potassium nitrate. It is used in the manufacture of fertilizers and explosives. Potassium nitrate. It is used in the manufacture of fertilizers. So these are the important salts we have read about this, and these are the uses done by these salts. So now we have completed our chapter acid, bases and salt. About acids we have also read, about bases we have also completed, and about salts we have completed. On this basis I have given you some assignment that we are going to read now, but on the count of all, I am just to say you what are the important word banks, means important words in the chapter that we are going to read after, just after next. Then we are going to do with the assignment. Okay. See, here are the word banks which are important words for this chapter. Acid, substances which are sour in taste and corrosive in nature. Base, substances which are bitter in taste and soapy to touch. Alkalis, bases which are soluble in water. Indicators, substances which show us change in color when brought in contact with acid and bases. Litmus, a neutral indicator extracted from lichens. And neutralization, the reaction in which an acid reacts with a base to form salt. Salt, a substance formed when an acid reacts with a base. So these are the important words we can say for this chapter that you must learn and revise or keep in your mind. It will be a very helpful for you. Now on this I have just given you some homework. This is a self-check questions. This is a one-word type. From here you have to do this 4, and at the question sessions also there are some one word that you have to complete like this. Write one word for the following. Acids obtained from minerals. What type of acid are forming? That one acid you have to write here the answer. A substance that changes its color when added to an acid or a base is called dash. A substance or natural indicator. A substance that changes its color when added to an acid or a base. What happens? That word you have to write. What is the substance which we add and it changes the color of the particular substance? A natural indicator which is pink in neutral solution and changes to green in basic solution. A mineral acid, bases which are soluble in water. And next is acid present in sour milk. So with what type of acid is present in sour milk, that you have read. So this 6 from here, 4 from there, 10 one word answers you have to complete. Okay, and I am just helpful that you have cleared your chapter with me thoroughly, in this sense that we are going to start with a new chapter maybe on the very next lecture. So thank you for listening me and have a great nice day.